This little piece of plastic has saved me days in work during the last few years. Let's talk about it. As a self-taught videographer and content creator, one of the things that I've always struggled with since the start is finding the right colors for my footage. In other words, color correction. Until a friend told me about this little thing. This is the Calibrite ColorChecker Passport. Let me show you what it looks like on the inside. It's all pretty. Now, before I got this tool, I would record my footage, import it in my editing software, and play it by eye to try and figure out what the correct colors should be for my footage. Look, when you don't start from a solid base, because let's say you're new to cameras, so your settings are a little wonky, or you use a lot of colored lights like I do, maybe you over or underexposed your footage. Well, at that point, color correction kind of feels like trying to throw a bullseye in darts after having 12 beers. It is clear that people are going to get hurt, unless you're a professional dart player, at which point 12 pints is just a warm-up. But with the help of this tool and the help of some plugins, you'll achieve a solid starting ground for your footage, color-wise that is, around 95% of the time. So anything you do wrong at that point is completely on you, or on me, in my case. And trust me, I still managed to screw up. But how it basically works, what the flow is, when you start recording your video, the first thing you do is open this up and hold it in front of the camera. Now, there are a few things that I noticed that I learned that you need to keep in mind while using this tool. First off, keep it as close to your subject as possible. In my case, that's my face. Because the lighting is going to vary depending on how close you are to your light source, how far you are from your camera, and you want your subject to be the basis. Also, try to keep your fingers out of the way. Yeah, that took me a few times to remember that one. And you also want to avoid excessive reflection. This strip is basically made to reflect the light. So you don't want your light source to be reflected in this. So you kind of tilt it till it looks completely dark, just like my soul. And after that, you just start your monologue. You start kind of doing the rest of your footage until you're done and you're importing it into your editing software. And then in some cases, you can do it directly in the editing software, like in the case with DaVinci Resolve, or in Premiere, for instance, there's a plugin that you can install. And that is going to allow you to spot this tool in the picture or in the footage. And that allows that plugin or you manually to adjust the colors till they match the values that are on this tool, or as close as possible. And at that point, you have a pretty solid basis to start off from, most of the time. Easy peasy, but let me show you. First in DaVinci Resolve and then in Adobe Premiere. So here we are in DaVinci Resolve. I already made the timeline and placed the footage. So we're going to go to the color tab, and right here you can see the color match. That is starting to resemble something that we know, right? So if you go to this little color picker and you click that little arrow next to it, you can go to color chart. That is going to show you the same roster that we have right here. Then we scroll forward to the moment that the color checker is in the footage, is in the picture. And we wait till we have that moment where there's no reflection on the black part. There we go. And then we need to align them, which is a bit of a puzzle. So we need to turn this around and make it fit. Yeah, let's zoom in a little bit. And we need to make those squares match the colors. Perfect. And then we go right here to this little drop box and we pick the proper color checker. In our case, the Passport video. See, that looks very familiar, doesn't it? And then we do match, and we're going to get, well, a little bland looking, but still a basis to start off on. At which point you can dive into the saturation, a little more shadows. Let's drop the highlights a little bit. And then you start fine tuning it till you find the colors that you want. I find it to be a bit of a hassle in Resolve. This does not look good at all yet. It would take me at least another few minutes to get the result I want. I don't say this often, but Premiere might have a better way to do this. Let me show you. Here it's actually quite easy. You just need one plugin. So the plugin that I use is MBR Color Corrector 3. And it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. You just take it, it's an effect, you drop it on your footage, and you'll see it appear right here. And then in the correction, you can select the ColorChecker Passport. You have to kind kind of scroll towards the moment that you're holding the card, of course. Look at me go. Wait till the reflection is gone. This is perfect. My face isn't, but this is. And then you do find card in frame. You see the beach ball and bam. You got your bases to start off on. And then you go into the coloring, and the one thing I always do is do a little extra check on the white balance on this little part. And you can see that it added a little magenta. So here we go. And then at that moment, I start squeezing and pushing till I feel like, all right, we got something to work with. And that is going to be my color setting for the rest of this video. See, told you, it's easy. But now there are a few remarks I need to add to this video. Since this is a budget channel, this is rather pricey for, well, being a piece of plastic. And I understand why, because it is very useful. It is going to save you so much time that it's worth spending that money. And that is about 120 to 170 bucks. I've seen them vary between those. Now, that's for this pocket version, the Passport. There are bigger versions. There's even a humongous version, but I don't think you will need it. This just does the trick. I also do an extra layer of white balancing with this. On the backside, there's actually a dedicated tablet to do white balancing, but I usually use these grayscale strips to do the job. And that works fine. However, you need to know that I use this in a very basic way. There's so much more that you can do with this tool to land on the perfect colors. It's up to you how much effort you want to put into this, but it gives you an anchor point, something to work off, and it will get you 95% of the way. That last 5% will require a bit of extra time investment. The thing is, of course, that modern cameras have gotten a lot better at dealing with white balance and color. For the bigger part of the creators, the basic color profile on new cameras is going to be just fine, especially if you don't do anything too crazy in the background. And then the more skilled people, creators, videographers will use log. Most of the bigger cameras, and even my Pocket 3 or my Insta360 Luna, have a log option. That is a format that you can use. And every camera has its own log. Sony has S-Log, Canon has C-Log, Insta360 has I-Log, DJI has D-Log. And those are all formats that have a way bigger dynamic range, which means that it captures all of the light and all of the shadows. It gives you a lot of range to kind of pick from and fine-tune towards the color that you want. Now, in the first instance, your camera is going to look very washed out, bland, but that is because of all the information that is in there. I often compare it to recording a song, a piece of music, with a full orchestra and then deciding to just use, I don't know, 6 to 7 instruments for your final composition. And I've been practicing. I've been trying to use it myself, but it is very tricky. Like I said, every camera has its own log system, and each of these brands have their own conversion log, which allows you to convert that log footage into the basic Rec 709. But because it has all that information, it's just going to pop a little better. But my personal experience is that that is not enough. It often requires more tuning, and that's where I get lost. Yeah, I need to practice. I'll dive more into that in a separate video. For now, I'm just going to use my basic color profiles on my cameras. And of course, my ColorChecker Passport. My little lifesaver. Thanks to Dole for introducing me to this. We should go out to lunch sometime soon. Anyways, talking about lunch, it's time to get some food. Bye.